You are Sarah, princess of the peaceful realm of Kalea. The quiet life of your kingdom was lost the day your father was seduced and then kidnapped by Lilith, a demon mistress. Her only desire is to dominate your empire and kill you. Use your powerful sword to kill all Lilith's minions, then quickly throw the dead body on the next enemy to perform amazing combos. Travel through ice castles, cold dungeons, lava caves, and much more, straight to the castle where Lilith hides. Bring your father and king back home.
Amazing Princess Sarah is a single-player retro-inspired action platformer originally released for the Xbox 360 and Steam in 2014 and re-released between 2016 and 2022 for the Xbox One, Switch, and PlayStation 4. I bought it a few weeks back on PSN when it was 90% off of its $6.99 price tag for 69 cents.
Nice.
So there are 5 different themed castles that you'll be jumping, stabbing, chucking, and leveling your way through. The thing that makes Princess Sarah stand out from some of the others like it is its throw mechanic. Random objects placed throughout the levels as well as the lifeless bodies of your enemies can be picked up and thrown as an attack. The size of the object will determine how far it goes, how much damage it does, and how high you can jump while holding it. Some corpses have different abilities. For example, ghosts are able to be thrown through walls, and the flying angels damage all enemies on the screen. Throwing does substantially more damage than your sword, and it will continue to combo as long as enemies keep getting hit in succession. It'll become your primary weapon during some tougher parts. Just keep your eye on the ceiling height and things should work out properly. Multiple save points along the way will completely refill your health, so there's never a lot to lose when you die. 1 or 2 bottleneck points per castle can slow you down, but just fight your way to the next save point as fast as you can. At the end of each level, you'll find its boss, figure out their pattern and take them out by dodging and attacking or throwing anything you can get your hands on. Once you know what you're doing, you can fly through all 5 castles in under an hour. Beating the regular game is just the beginning though, as you won't be powerful enough to take on the greater Lilith yet. Luckily, Princess Sarah has 6 different New Game Plus modes that go above and beyond what is stereotypically offered to get you ready. They each have a unique trophy to unlock, and Sarah's dress, hair, and skin color change in each to make them feel a bit less stale than they might have. In Angry Princess, you're being chased by Sarah's relentless ghost who wants to kill her. Every time it touches you, you take damage. In Drunk Princess, the camera is constantly swinging left and right because Sarah got drunk last night and she's not feeling well today. In Cursed Princess, Sarah is cursed by Lilith and losing health as time passes. Hurry up and make it to the next save point or die. In Bat Princess, Lilith has found a way to make all of her minions invulnerable to Sarah's sword. Unfortunately for Lilith, she forgot about the bats, which Sarah can still kill and use as a weapon. I can tell they workshopped how to order the New Game Plus modes because one will start getting on your nerves towards the end and the next one will add something to balance it out. Once you get to the Cursed playthrough, the double jump is unlocked and completely changes the game in the best possible way. It most importantly lets you skip parts that you probably didn't want to play again anyway. After having to rely on killing bats in the Bat playthrough, many of the enemies in the Naturist run will be so infatuated with Sarah that they won't attack her because they're in love with her. The enemy level will also increase as you progress, and in the final version they'll even respawn. The variations give the game a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th wind. So do I like Princess Sarah? Well, I'm not completely in love with it, but that might be difficult to get across when I played it for about 20 hours, finishing it over a dozen times, and only having paid 69 cents for it. One thing I don't understand is the 2 different art styles used. Most of the game has well done professional looking pixel art with great backgrounds, but then some of the bosses are what looks like amateur level hand-drawn art. Not sure if it was a time crunch to get their designs done or if it was their true artistic vision, but they always stick out. The New Game Plus modes are a fun idea, add replayability, and are something I'd like to see more games adopt. It's nice to see that the devs had a sense of humor with the game. The screen swinging is such a stupid idea that it's kinda brilliant. Sarah running around naked and pixelated through the hordes of obsessed enemies was great, and I love the animated startup screen, which companies used to do back in the day from time to time. One of the biggest issues you'll most likely notice very quickly is the responsiveness. There's something going on that causes some input delay. Pair that with Sarah's sword being on the shorter side and some lack of enemy stagger, and you're guaranteed to be taking numerous cheap hits. I didn't really notice any issues with jumping, but I took plenty of damage from delayed attacking. Go play a faster paced game like Dead Cells and it'll be abundantly clear. The other big issue comes from picking up objects. To actually grab it, you have to be closer to the center. Why can't I just pick it up from any part of it? Also, I swear there's some tier order of picking up when enemies are stacked on top of each other, from bats being the lowest and angels being the highest, and somehow Sarah will almost always pick up the worst one in the pile. When this was re-released, the controls should have been tightened up, expanded the area to pick up objects, and reversed whatever pickup tier order is in place to always grab the best one on the ground. And lastly, if you keep building up the final boss for what seems like an epic showdown, then you'd better come through. Unfortunately, Lilith might be the easiest and lamest boss in the entire game. So lame in fact that when I killed her, I thought it was just the end of phase 1 and she was going to transform into something else for phase 2. But nope, she just died and the game ended. If you're going to keep pumping up the final boss, then it better be worth it. Otherwise, don't even bother. Next time we'll take a look at the Jurassic Park pinball games. Stay nerdy, I'm out.
Getting your nerd on. Getting your nerd on. Getting your nerd on.
I got a raging nerd on.